enough of that. So we're going to circle back to our boy Hans. We're going to learn about his life story. With these fragrance guys, I got to know. They all have a tale. They all have a tale to tell about why they love oral factory senses, you know? They all got that story. We got to learn his. We got to know. We got to put on the closed captions.
So I'm born as Daniel Średziński, son of Kazimierz Średziński and Jolanda. So, Polish parents. I grew up in a German town, and I was a tough kid. I punched people in the face in the kindergarten.
He's like, oh, and I really like kicking the crap out of dudes. I was a cool dude. He says, don't forget the last Spice Bomb review. I will not. That's going to be the next one. And then we got to go watch a video about some women that maybe we could attract with our new fragrances. Trendy Color says, this night vision smells like the raid on Bin Laden's Pakistani compound. You're going to love it.
Already. And I was a cool guy. When I was 10 years old, my brother got hit in the bar when he was picking up pizza. After that, I went to martial arts school, which was very good. My brother and I were sent to a martial arts school so we could defend ourselves.
They were getting jumped at the pizza joint, dude. That's rough. They must have lived in a rough block.
I did that martial arts thing until I was about 16 years old. Then I started to learn how to dance. This dancing thing.
Oh, that's what the pirouette makes a lot more sense. You know, I didn't love his form. I didn't want to say anything, but now I feel like I can because he's telling me he's a professional. Not quite up to snuff there, Hans.
Helped me to get into a theater, state theater. So I earned money already pretty young with dancing and acting and all that stuff. Then I was already very successful on YouTube making dance videos, and I was scouted into a boy band. The problem was this whole boy band thing was a big mess in terms of, well, it sucked. I got into the gay community. I liked the attention, but I was not gay, and I still don't consider myself gay, but I had a lot.
I was not gay, and I still don't consider myself gay, but I did go gay for pay a few times. Hagbert says, well, Germans and Poles, yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, they got to learn to get along. What's going on? What the fuck's going on? It's over, guys.
A lot of experience, and actually I do like the gay community, but it was a bit of a tragedy, and I did things that I did not like.
Oh my God, that got so dark. That got so, like, kind of out of nowhere, and he just casually blows over it. I got involved with the gay community. I liked the attention, but I wasn't gay. I'm still not gay, but I had to do things. You know, I didn't like it. It was a tragedy. I was abused. My God. Tough Polish kid here.
I got bankrupt. People tried to do that with me, tried to do that. Bad stuff happened, but no life and death.
He's like, I killed a guy, you know, it was self-defense, I was acquitted.
Situation. When it got very serious I was an entrepreneur, I was financially broke, and the fragrance journey helped.
Which is really tough. If you're an entrepreneur and you're broke, you're kind of fucked. Helped
me to get out of this situation after I noticed, wow, I can make a lot of money with this stuff, because I was creating my own fantasy world while being totally fucked financially and thinking, how can I get out of this? So I was just having a big hobby in this in my little German boring town, and I got bigger.
He got bored with his own story. He's like, we're going to zip right through this. I say a few things that I cannot prove legally, and I do not want to be held liable.
I'm going to be the fragrance guy. Why? Because I always wanted to be the number one at something. I never was the best soccer player. I never was the best guy in school.
But I was always second best or almost the best. So I said, you know what? Kick some ass, baby.
Yes, so I got into gay porn. Trembling Color says he's going to tell us the story of Con Air like it happened to him. Yeah. And then I changed my name to Cameron Poe. I joined the military.
Be the fragrance guy. So I became the fragrance guy, and then I took it really serious. So the relationship with the gay guy continued. It was a bit fucked up, actually. And I also had stuff with girls. And one of the girls, after I did not want to have contact with her anymore, just like many.
This can't be real. This can't be real. This is too perfect. It's too perfect.
Men are a little bit arrogant after they have sex with a woman. You know, she was very much in love with me, and she says, I love you, I love you, I love you. She says again, I love you, I love you. And I'm like, I'm the cool guy, I don't care, just another girl. And then she writes after 6 months, well, you know what, I will sue you for rape. I said, what the fuck, stupid woman.
Oh shit, dude, now we're even getting into a Me Too accusation? This man has had to suffer. He's had to endure. He's hitting it all, dude. His life story is the internet. It's every weird story you hear on the internet is this dude's life.
Not going to respond. And then we keep going, and then she actually tried to do that. So I called
my family and I had her killed. Jimmy 8 says, hello, sexy peeps. Hello, Jimmy 8.
Police and said, fuck, this woman is crazy, and I had sex with her, but how should I do that now? And she tries to sue. And then they told me, the police, well, call a lawyer and tell them to them. And then I called the lawyer, and the woman said, oh, one of those kinds. The woman is pissed that you don't want to be with her. Well, I had hard sex with that woman and all that stuff, but I said, no, this is stupid, weird shit. It's not possible that any woman on earth that a man has sex with can potentially sue you for rape if you are not following her guidelines, meaning playing after a rule. Crazy.
Dude, he's got it all figured out, man. His mind is clear. His resolve, steel.
World. So, and that was a time where on the whole world this Me Too thing was going on. So it was a very critical time. And actually the woman was raped as a kid, and she was pretty tough past. So I said, fuck it, I keep going. And then she actually tried to...
Her past was almost as tough as him getting gaslit into being gay.
Sue me. And you know, I speak about that chapter of my life because it really hurt me and it really changed me as a human being. And I said, no, it's not possible. She's actually doing it. But I gained more strength than ever in my life. And I said, you know what?
Yeah.
This woman tries to do that. I rather go in jail, and I tell the whole world what this woman tried to do with me, to speak about the truth. And to
and he just doxes her right now.
make her feel ashamed. The truth doesn't have any sides. Men have sex with women and hard sex with women and all that shit. Truth doesn't know any sides. So I became very strong, very strong.
I love all the claps. This guy's the full picture. He's the full package, man. Holy fuck. Holy shit.
But then the weakness sneaked in when actually a letter of the police came in. He said, you know what, this woman says you did it. And then I said, fuck this shit. She's actually trying to do it. So...
And now I'd like to take you back to the point in the story where I told you I took martial arts classes till I was 16. Well, let me tell you what. Roundhouse kick.
I asked well, now we're getting actually in a bit of a tough spot, because this would include a few people that are pretty fucked when I mention their names, but I won't. But there was a person that said, you know what, you have to say this and this. So I said this and this, and the judgment didn't even came. Meaning I lied.
Uh-oh.
And you know what? This changed my life. And I felt like an asshole. And after that, I swore I will never, ever lie again in my life.
Whoa.
Okay, so that was the...
Oh my god! And then the music just changed. Whoa! This video really has it all. This is like, for me, top 10 videos I've ever seen.
Rape chapter. Before that, I had the boy band gay chapter. And before that, I had the just average life, nothing special. I mean, yeah, my father beat me, actually. And
oh my god.
My brother is 4 years older, so
Holy shit.
My father beat my brother more than me. And I was raised more single by my mother. But nothing terrible. Like, yeah, I got beat, but I mean, but the real thing that you can learn from was that rape chapter, to never lie. And it's...
He just like brushes over. Yeah, I was abused as a kid, whatever. But the real takeaway here is to never lie, which is the lesson we learned in the rape chapter. Trembling Color says, I want to know what he considers hard sex. Well, you know, considering that he was gaslit as a young man into the gay lifestyle, it's probably pretty decadent. It's probably pretty degenerate. Probably a lot of devices, maybe some Crisco. Have you ever seen that movie, Cruising? You know, dudes with fucking fists covered in Crisco helping a dude on a swing. You know what I'm talking about.
Tough. It's going to be tough in this life. What happened then? Well, I made a lot of money, and I said...
How much money did you make?
$3 million.
Whoa.
If I get out of this thing, I make my own fragrance brand. And you know what? I got out of this rape situation.
Yes!
I started my fragrance brand. I became wealthy for my standards, and I say, you pieces of shit. This is my journey. I'm unstoppable. I got out of this. Nothing can kick me in the ass anymore. I was very successful. I received awards and attention and all that stuff. I was invited to different societies, and I could join managements. I could do that.
I was, oh my God, by different societies. He was invited to go to different societies. My gosh. Hagrid says, pink socks everywhere I look. Trembling Color says, did he put being raped by his dad on his brother and say his mother is the one who raped him because that's not gay? You know, that's a possibility. That's probably a reading you could have through his kind of mumbling through it. Even fast forward through some of it. He just wants to get you to the good information, you know, the important info. Dave Hodge style.
It's not so relevant. Well, the next big thing was, I don't know where, but I had some struggles, and I said, I don't need any business books. I don't need any business books.
No.
And however, at some point I said, fuck, I don't keep going anymore. What do I have to do? I refused to read business books. I refused to read business books because I said, God is with me and I'm learning all that stuff. I don't need. And
he doesn't need it, dude. You know what? The business, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to know.
If I read all these business books, I'm just like everybody else. Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger got into the movie business, not trying to be like everybody else. And I said, all right, I will also.
I could definitely tell. I could definitely believe when he's like kind of says that he idolizes Arnold Schwarzenegger. I could totally see that. That's definitely his vibe. He's got an Arnold vibe to him.
Won't be like everybody else. I don't need the business books. But you know what? I said at some point, fuck it.
This is him meeting Arnold Schwarzenegger. Why don't you tell me this story, Hans? My goodness. Trembling Color says, quote unquote, I refuse. My pure Aryan blood will carry me through whatever I try to achieve.
I will read this stuff. And the first business book I read was The One Thing. Meaning, the message of this book is, what is the one thing you can do to make everything else easier? And I read tons and tons of other business books, which I think suck. Because I don't want to know how to manipulate people.
What the fuck, dude? You just told me. You just went on this whole thing about how you don't want them and you don't want to read them because you don't want to be like everybody else. And then you roll right into, then I read all of them.
I don't want to know that people give me more attention when I repeat their name always at the end of the sentence like, is that right, Steve? So we make a good deal for you.
This guy would never make it at Glengarry Glen Ross. I mean, this is their bread and butter, dude. The art of persuasion, my friend.
Steve, this is how we do it for you, Steve. And I said, this is fucked up manipulation shit. This is like the snake that manipulated Eva in the Bible. We don't do that shit. And however, I got very successful, like most human beings, when you use certain techniques to not trick people, but to me, and I'm very, very aggressive with my own self and the honesty. I feel
he fucking had to sell his body, dude. He had to go back to what he knew. He had to go back to what he knew. He had to sell his body.
ashamed if I use techniques.
Yeah.
And women should be ashamed and men should be ashamed if they use techniques.
This is amazing.
All right.
Dude, this is fucking incredible.
You just don't get it here.
That's what Hans is like. He's like, these people, they don't get it. They don't belong in this business. Not with kings like me out there.
Keep it cool. Let's continue what's going on. What is the one thing that I decided to do? I'm not going to wear underwear. How did that stupid thing happen? Well,
oh my, like seriously, dude, this is my, I never want this video to end. I never want it to end. Holy shit.
long story. First of all, I had stuff doing in the gay community where I didn't wear underwear because it was convenient and sexual shit. And then I had sex with a...
He's out there fucking having so much gay sex. So much gay sex that having underwear on is an impediment to the pleasure. He's like, why even bother? Why bother?
A woman in New York City, and I showered, but I didn't want to put on the same underwear after I showered, so I just, on my suit, put on no underwear. And I said, you know what, that's actually funny. People don't know that I'm not wearing underwear, therefore, I'm totally calm in the situation because they have no idea what's going on, so I'm literally...
Holy shit. Holy, this guy is like a cartoon character.
Cool. You could say I'm a whore, I'm an asshole, I'm a rapist. You could point a gun to me. I said, yeah, all right, this guy's a bit aggressive. You keep it totally cool because it's like the saying, think that people in front of you are naked. Or whenever you're angry at somebody, think you're talking just with a 3-pound mass of wobbly stuff in his brain.
Imagine all of the people that are listening to you talk, imagine they smell like farts. And you don't smell like farts.
I did that, and I felt, okay, that's pretty easy. So easy. It also turns off your ego. You notice that's very important to me, what I'm saying right now.
Yes.
It turns off your ego. And the thing also is, I got very successful with these techniques. Because it's so easy if you just trick the system. And we keep going.
If you just trick the system. It's easy, dude.
And ultimately, I wanted to say, man, let's get back to normal. This shit is stupid. And then my father got sick. So my father was about to die and I wanted to keep it cool, so I did the underwear thing to keep it cool and just think rational. Okay, what do I do now?
Hagbard says it perfectly. Anyone else want to see a buddy cop movie with this guy and Tommy Wiseau? Oh my god, that would be great. Their energies might match a little too much though. Like they might match. They might be like, you know, I could like their rationale, the way their mind works, the way they develop these theories and these methods. Seems like it would be very, very similar.
There's this German doctor, let me help this and like this. And it also shielded me from pain. So I noticed that when my father died, as stupid as it sounds, I was not wearing the underwear because I was still doing some business stuff and kept it cool in my brain.
Kept it cool.
And then I went to his grave.
With no
Then I
underwear.
read, when I was on the airport back, how to protect your heart, how to shield your heart.
Oh,
There was some article on the internet that said you have to protect your heart. Make one layer of protection, make another layer of protection. I said, okay.
dude, he shows us to every girl he meets. Like this is the first thing they do when they come up to his room. He meets them on the streets and stuff. Oh, you should hear my story. No, don't worry, I make video.
Okay. And I also read that in business book, one of the biggest business books. Shield your soul, shield your heart from the attacks, but also give it some output. And I said, wow, that's interesting. That's like the reverse to the underwear thing.
Oh,
So I put on the underwear again and I started crying like a bitch in the airport. And you know, my father was dead, I was totally fucked. And ever since then, I separated my true, hurtful, honest,
dude, guys, he learned how to compartmentalize. Holy shit. This guy's... He's a pro. He's a pro.
my heart speaks to your heart side from the rational business, non-emotional side.
Yeah. When he's in those rooms, he's got to be a fucking killer. He can't be worrying about his heart and his feelings. He's got to go into these boardrooms. He's got to throw down the smell. He's got to throw down the heat. He's got to be a killer.
And then, that was it. And that was it pretty much. Guys, I love this fuck. I love this shit. I love this blah, blah, blah. And
I love this fuck. I love this shit. I love this blah, blah, blah.
there are priests that fuck little boys.
What? Man. This dude's got some trauma in his past. Traveling Color says this guy throws out great quotes without even trying. You know, he has no self-awareness whatsoever. And that's what makes it magic. That's where the juice is. My God. This is amazing. Thank you, Prophet.
Catholic priests. There are people that kill little babies and take their organs or their blood or their sweat and drink.
Holy fuck.
There are people that eat human flesh because they think what's going on.
This guy must watch Nightcap. He's touching upon all our shit. Hagrid says, where's his anti-Semitic rants? He's not at Kanye status yet. You gotta wait a little bit.
I never wanted to be in this club where you join something, you make a deal with the devil, you sell your fucking soul, and then you have to hide for the rest of your life.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
playing this game. And when I look at this face, guys, I love this guy. And you know what?
I love him because he's a killer. He's a killer.
This is the underwear face. Meaning, this is me. When you look at yourself in the mirror.
Well, hold on. Is he wearing underwear now? Is that the juxtaposition? This is underwear me. This is not underwear me. The vulnerable, sensitive, open one. This guy, he's a killer.
You know who you are. All right?
Yeah.
And now we're fucking the day and I'm ready for takeoff. And that's why you love me. Because of this emotional shit. Not because I mentioned this fragrance opens up with tonka bean, sandalwood, and cedarwood. We are emotional human beings. And I still use the underwear trick, but I treat it with a high respect.
I was gonna joke and say I treat it with a high amount of respect. He's like that's his nuclear option, you know? He's gotta be very careful when he pulls that thing out. Or pulls it off rather.
I don't message my mother. I don't respond to text messages. I use this underwear technique, the non-underwear technique where I'm rational and thinking.
Holy
when
shit.
I do business emails like with my accountant, or when I plan new videos, and I said, okay, let Jeremy or Daniel off the leash.
Oh, unleashed. Off the chain. Dude, he was out there talking to those women. Definitely was not wearing underwear. He wasn't wearing anything at all, and they didn't have any fucking idea. So he had all the power. He had all the power in the conversation. Drum the Color says, this guy is the Germanic god of non sequiturs.
We plan this, and let him off the leash. I do have to say that I feel that the world is pretty fucked up in the sense that we human beings even have to think about what we do instead of just following our heart. And that...
Oh, he's a fucking commie. He's a champagne socialist. My goodness. You are my hero, Jeremy. You used to be my hero.
makes me sad. It makes me sad that women have to wear makeup because
oh my,
they're not good enough otherwise. It makes me sad.
Dude, he's trying so fucking hard to cry right now. This is amazing. This is the greatest video I've ever seen. Top five.
That women have to make breast implants or ass implants. Or guys have to take alcohol because they're not good enough, they feel.
Oh my, holy shit.
And I know you guys love me because of this.
But it's hard.
That I'm doing right now.
Dude, he's playing a psychological game on us right now. He's trying to get in our pants. This guy's still gay. He's at least half gay. At the very least. He's trying to butter us up. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Jeremy will just break your heart. He'll just leave you.
I love this shit. I love it, baby. The truth sets you free, motherfuckers. And all these assholes that... There's so much shit going on this planet. Where did this whole shit go? And I'm part of the idiots.
Oh no.
Learn to master your dark side. Learn to master your bastard side, guys. Learn it.
Study it. This is amazing. Holy shit. Get to know your bastard side, fellas. That's the only way to enlightenment.
Learn it, guys.
Learn it.
And remember, when Jesus was on this cross, there was this other guy next to him. And he...
Holy shit. I guess, you should have called Christian because of the cross necklace, but I thought that might be just an accessory, another one of these power moves. Hey, Hagbard says, this guy jerks off in front of a mirror while crying. Oh, yeah. That's how he gets in touch with himself.
Was vulnerable and he asked for forgiveness.
Yeah.
It can be too late in life. It can be too late in life, and I suggest you...
It can be too late in life. What did Jesus look at him and say, sorry, fella, the fucking forgiveness store is closed. I got nails in my fucking hands.
Never cross the line, because at some point it will be too late in life. So, what's the fragrance of the day? Let me think. I'm gonna wear... Let's do Givenchy Gentleman Boisé.
Dude, he's just fucking freewheeling right now. No script. He just looked at that shelf and made a choice. Of course, he's going to know everything about this product. Don't worry, guys. We're going to get the rundown. I hope he tells us about the dry down. That seems like it's very important. Whoa!
Like Drake. He's a black...
Guys like Drake. He just drowned himself in that shit, man. That was a lot. That was a lot. Trembly Color says if Homelander was German. Oh my god, he looks a lot like that dude. He really does.
Black Jewish rapper. He mentioned you can be normal. You can be honest. I know a guy right here.
Of course, Drake is his guru. He listens to great Drake music and feels something very deep down inside.
Multi-mega millionaire. Owns the most beautiful apartment that I've ever seen. You can be normal. And he doesn't have many friends, he says. Because the world is not normal. The world is, sadly, pretty stupid out there. All right, which doesn't mean being just yourself is enough. So it's so easy to trick yourself. It's so easy to sleep with 50 girls per day. It's so easy to take cocaine, to drink drugs, to cheat the system, to do that. But you yourself, in the end, know who you are. And that's why people hang themselves.
It's so easy to eat yourself to death with expensive caviars. It's so easy to burn money in front of homeless people. These are easy, stupid things. Anyone can do it.
Why they drink alcohol, because they can't deal with the fact who they
Yes.
are.
Yeah.
Because they have to depress their brain with depressants like drugs, which depress your thinking brain. All right? I love you guys. Kick some ass, baby. So what I wanted to say, we do that another time. If you like this type of stuff, let me know. I love you guys. Peace. Kraft. Power. Strength.
Craft, power, strength. Oh my god. Holy shit. What an expedition. Wow. Wow. Holy shit. Hagbard says that the quotable Dirk Diggler. Fucking dude, every single thing he said was a drop. Every single thing he said could be a drop. It's like there's too much. There's too much goodness.